You're listening to Dating Detours, where love gets messy, the stories get wild, and we talk about it with no filters. I'm your host, Marcus Toller. We're diving into the chaos of modern dating, one detour at a time.
Right. How's it going, everybody? Marcus with Dating Detours podcast. And today we have one of my friends, Arlene, with us.
Yay.
Hi, Arlene.
Hi,
you probably got to
Marcus.
get closest to the mic. You're not that loud.
Okay.
So we're going to start out with what we like to start out with. Age, sex, location.
45, female, Fredericksburg.
Unfortunately, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next, my favorite question is, what's your current dating status?
I am in a relationship.
Okay. How long have you been in this relationship?
7 months.
Ooh,
Still fresh.
Still fresh.
Still dating.
Yes.
Right.
Still very much in the honeymoon phase.
I love to hear that because nowadays I feel like honeymoon phases don't be lasting that long.
Now people want to move in and
Right.
No.
I got shit to do. Can you just bring your shit over and move in?
I think we're still in the honeymoon phase only because he lives in New York and I'm here in Virginia, so it's
the
long distance.
Yeah.
So when we do get together, it really does feel like
Well, you miss each other by then. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's
damn,
so sweet.
yeah.
it is. Because you're from New York, right?
I'm from New York originally. It's not someone who I met online. It's someone who
You already knew.
I already knew.
That's good.
And this was before both of us had our first children. So
Oh man, so long term, someone you've known for a while.
Yes.
I like that. So let's go backwards. Have you ever been married?
Yes. Fortunately.
Yeah. How old were you when you got married?
32.
32. Wow.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that. How'd that come about?
We met through family members. My family introduced me to him. And the day we met was really funny. We were at his pool and I just kept feeling like someone was staring at me and, couldn't shake the feeling. And finally he got up and walked over to me and he said, "Do you have a boyfriend? Are you married?" He was looking for a ring, and I was like, "No." And he was like, "Good, because I'm gonna sit down." And
Ooh,
that's how my husband just won me over. I had been single for a while.
I'm taking notes on that.
I like that.
Yeah, and
taking
I
notes.
was like, "Oh, okay." Haven't had this before, and it seemed like an odd match. He's Indian, I'm Puerto Rican. And
Oh yeah, I remember briefly this story a little bit.
Yeah. And then 6 months later we were engaged and
Speedy.
then married. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like he was already on that mission.
Well,
He knew what he wanted. He wanted you, girl.
yeah, I think so. When we met here in July in Fredericksburg, he told me he was going away to Georgia for business. Turns out he was in New Mexico getting married.
Oh wow! Hit that balloon.
It was.
I'm like, what's up with that?
It was an arranged marriage.
Wow.
And when he
Indian, that culture, they do these kind of things.
Yeah. But when he got back, I think he realized the mistake he made and it financially hurt him. And he was like, I think the Indian culture, they call it a love match. He's like, "You're my love match." He's like, "You're not my family's choice." He's like, "You're different. I like that about you." And he's always, I guess, been the black sheep of his family. But because of that, they disowned him.
Wow.
So we were really like, he had never worked outside of his family's business, so him finding work. So the beginning of our marriage was very rocky. Just because he couldn't find his footing. I was working for Goodwill at the time, so we were okay. And then he went away to India for what's supposed to be 2 weeks and turned out to about 18 months.
Wow.
That is horrible.
So then we had a big break. When he came back, he was just a very different person. And I think the family got back,
together, and they're like, she got to go.
yeah.
Got in his head, and
He just became very abusive, but when he got back, I got pregnant right away, so that kind of threw another wrench in things, But it took me 6 years to just get out. It was really bad. So,
So fast forward. Is he in your kid's life? Is it like that's done and over with, no more of him type thing?
I have no idea where he's at.
Wow.
None.
So moving on, single mom by yourself.
Yep.
So after that, how long was it before you started dating again?
So we separated in 2018. I filed for divorce in 2019. So 3 years. I waited until I got my divorce papers before before I started the whole online profile dating because
the thing I was talking about this with somebody because a lot of people, I mean, I've dated women that are going through marriages and like going through divorce, and they're not even technically divorced, right? And in Virginia, it's illegal. It's still adultery.
Yeah.
If you're not finalized divorced, and that's how you see a lot of people get hemmed up in court with kids and custody agreements and battles and alimony and all the things, because the dude could have cheated on you and led to the break.
Yep.
But then you turn around and did it, and then he gets the lawyer, he lawyers up, goes in there and fries your ass, and everybody's like, well, he cheated first. Don't matter. Don't matter.
At all.
Yeah, I've seen that all the time in the military. People would just, we're going to get a divorce. They would stay together before the benefits, and then they would move on in their relationship, and then they would get in so much trouble because they were trying to move on. So.
Yeah. It's just wild. So I respect people that are like, because I have run into we got a random balloon flying around in the studio today. One of those helium balloons that's just kind of drifting around. What's it say on it? Celebrate?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
happy birthday.
Yeah,
So celebrate. Happy birthday.
Somebody's birthday. I'm Rude. We also have a guest host today. Crystal's with us.
Hi.
I lost my co-host, and now I've decided I want to just do guest hosts.
Okay.
Because then there's no commitment for nobody. Because I'm down to come talk anytime. You know me. I'm gonna sit around and talk all day, every day. You know me enough to know that. So back to what I was saying though. I respect a woman that's like, hey, I'm going through a divorce. I'm not divorced yet. I've had women that have been like, we can be friends, but I'm not going out. I'm not crossing the line until everything's done and over with. I got kids. I got too much on the line to have to worry about it. And I think it should be like that, because going back to like whether you believe in God or you're Christian or Muslim, whatever, is that I still believe even with my crazy self and the new things that I think about, I still believe that marriage is sacred, and it's like you're signing an agreement with each other and to God and the universe and all the things. And like, I just feel like people don't fucking value that shit anymore.
No, not at all.
And not at all. Almost why I don't want to get married, because I'm just like,
it's
what's the fucking
anymore.
point?
It's like almost like
it's a piece of paper.
It's only
exclusivity, right? Like that's hard for people now, because there's so many choices out there to choose from. Like, okay, let's go.
Like, oh, swipe.
Oh shit, she looked a whole lot better than she looked a whole lot better than the girl I got now. Let me see if I can get this one.
Like, what benefits can I get from her?
Right. Well, then the crazy part is, like, people are so trifling out here. Like, I met a woman that was like, yeah, I was married to my husband, blah, blah, blah. All these years, I was stay-at-home mom. When we got a divorce, I took half his retirement, got the alimony, got all the things. And I was like, so why did you do that?
That's so mean.
She was like, well, in her defense, she was like, I stayed home. She had a degree. She makes over $100,000 a year now. After the divorce, she went back to work. But she was like, I gave up my career to stay home, have kids, take care of the family, take care of the house, take care of him. He cheated. Fuck him. I want my money. And I was like, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I agree.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, what you sow.
Because as a woman, especially, like, in their age range, a lot of times the women did give up their whole livelihood to be wives and housewives and moms and all the things, right?
I mean, it's hard to get back into that workforce.
Right.
After.
20 years later, now you're divorced and it's a shit show. Yeah, you should probably get reimbursed for that.
I think so, too.
I think so. But then there's also scenarios where everybody was on some fuck shit.
Then you should just leave it like, okay, you did your stuff, I did mine.
Let's part ways.
Yeah.
Right? Let's part ways. And then you got some people that get so butthurt over things. They're like, I don't want nothing. Fuck you. Fuck this house. Fuck your mom. Your dad.
That was me. I just wanted the divorce.
Too. I've been the sad one. I've been the mad one.
Yeah, I've been on all sides of it too. But as a man, like, I'm not gonna try to take no woman's shit. Like, I can't participate in this new man thing of where men are bitches.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but men have turned into the new bitches.
Yes.
A lot of men should just sit at home. They should cook and let the woman make the money. And I think that the women are starting to be the men, and the men are.
There's definitely been a culture.
There's a shift.
Role reversal.
And I'm okay with it.
And I'm not.
Men cook better.
I want to punch the bitch who said women got to work. I want to just punch him in the face.
Women should have equal rights.
And I know it's not cool for me to say in my age, because I grew up in the Barbie era. Barbie could do everything. You could do everything. You can be the mom. You can have the career. You can have everything.
You were in the beginning of it. You were right there at the start of that shit.
And in the back of my mind, I was raised in a home, you know, mom and dad, grandparents, family, and it kind of started shifting with my grandmother, though, because she was making six figures before six figures was cool, and grandpa retired early and basically just drove her around, you know?
That's wild.
I would love that. I wish that I had that.
Right? But I wanted to be at home with the kids.
Growing up, I wanted that. I call it the white picket fence life.
Right.
I wanted it because growing up in West Virginia, that's all I ever seen. Women were home. They were taking care of the house, the family, all the things. And that's just how it was. But looking back at it, and now the dynamics with me and my kid and all the things, it wasn't really healthy in the grand scheme of things because, especially in West Virginia, the dad came home from the coal mines working hard. Mom's like, don't talk to your dad. Let him be. Yeah. So the dads were not fucking.
That's how my family grew up too.
The dads weren't really present.
No.
You know what I mean? You might get a little, come on, we're going to town on the weekend. But other than that, dad was the provider and he didn't want to hear shit. He's like, fuck you, don't tell me nothing.
A bad report card. I'm going to tell your dad. You know, that's what it was.
And all dad was going to beat your ass and keep it moving. He didn't want to hear he didn't want to talk about it. You know, so, you know, there are those pros and cons. And it's like, we're starting to see the effects of our parents now with their kids. I don't know about y'all, but my kid's entitled as hell. I spoiled the hell out of her.
I did, and I regret it.
It's my fault. No. I did it. But I think it goes back to our parents were hard on us.
We did everything.
And I remember screaming at my parents back in the day, like, when I have a kid, I'm never going to treat him this way. And then I spoiled them because I'm like, nah, they going to have everything I didn't have. I didn't have my first pair of Nikes till I was 18. I bought them myself. My daughter had a pair of Nikes when she was tiny.
Yep.
Couldn't wait to get that pair of Nikes to fucking show her off.
Christmases are crazy.
Right. Oh my God.
But you know what? It's so sad. I didn't realize how easy of a mom that I was until my daughter was like, Mom, I was like, hey, go throw this in the washer real quick.
Oh yeah, no, they like,
she's
fuck
like,
you.
which one's the washer?
Oh my God.
And I was like,
oh hell no.
Oh no.
My daughter knows how to do
I need to back
up.
I mean, my daughter she was 11 at the time. But I'm like, 11 years old and you don't know which one's the washer and the dryer. I need to evaluate my parenting.
Yeah. I mean, some of the shit, like, we're screwed on because these kids are in a different world than what they were when we were kids.
Stuck to their tablets or the phone.
Well, not only that, it's like they've been exposed to so much more.
I think
you know
so,
what I mean?
too.
Social media and shit. You go hop online, you see somebody getting shot in the fucking face.
They're bombarded with it all day long.
So much media and craziness. Like, growing up in the 80s and shit was so laid back. compared, like we were out in the street doing shit.
Like ride
It was
bikes.
play outside.
It was play outside.
And you had
Yeah.
to come home before the street
Right.
light came on.
You got
I
kicked
think it
out.
was a different kind of exposure.
It was. You got kicked out the house type shit.
I mean, I
do
grew
your
up in
homework and
Brooklyn,
get the fuck
so-
outside. Matter of fact, fuck your homework. Do that shit when you go to bed.
Or
You know what
homework
I
is
mean?
an individual event. And now
Right.
a lot of the
Yes.
days, women or people are trying to like do their kids' homework.
Oh yeah,
for
no,
them.
my baby mama did my
and
daughter's
kids
homework
can't
all the
read.
time.
I get pissed off that
Doing their
my daughter
science
comes
projects,
home
like-
with no homework.
It's
Like that.
It's like moms
makes
are
me
having
angry.
the contest at the science fair. Like, oh yeah, we gonna win this shit.
Yeah.
And the kids just like, all right,
I didn't do
go
that
ahead
when
and
I
do
was a
it.
kid, so
Right.
let's
Fuck
do
it.
it.
Exactly. So, but on that note, so all right, so let's get back on track. Always get distracted, but it's cool because I like to dig into things. So the marriage, 3 years later, everything's final. You put yourself back out there, did the dating sites and stuff.
I did.
So yeah, let's
How was that?
start there. How was that coming out of the marriage, B, the traditional woman? Yeah. How's the online dating world? How was it?
I didn't have a lot of confidence coming out because, I mean, I was overweight. I was on this journey of, I guess, rediscovering who I was.
I feel like that's such a thing.
It
really
is. I did go to therapy.
I love that.
Did
Everybody
it
should
with
go
the
to
kids.
Everybody should go to therapy. Stay there. Fuck it.
And then I was introduced to, like, Tinder had just came out or just surfaced. I don't think Hinge was a thing.
Tinder started out as wild too, man.
Yeah.
It was definitely a hookup site in the beginning.
And so I did that, and I think after 2 days, I
Inbox
deleted
flooded.
it. I just couldn't do it.
It's just
it was
weird,
it was overwhelming.
It was overwhelming for women,
But
because
I'm not a hookup culture
Right,
person.
yeah.
I've
Relationship.
always had a relationship, always been friends with them first.
right.
So for me, it was just I knew right then and there that this was not going to be
Wasn't
for me.
you.
And then everybody was like, "Oh, try Facebook dating." And then my single girlfriends who were already in the thick of it were like, "Okay, here's the rules.
Here's the
choose
laydown for you."
3, and then the rest of them will come out, and then delete the app once you got your
man.
3
Yeah.
and your
Get your roster, delete the app.
Right. So I was like, okay, I guess this is how things go now.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So, and I got burned the very first time out the gate. Met a guy who lived in Richmond, and this is when I say right at the height and beginning of COVID. Like,
oh God.
it was hard to try to meet up somewhere because
Yeah,
the
you
mask,
were,
the 6 feet, everyone is like, you're dating and it's COVID. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's weird.
I mean, I don't want to die by myself now.
Right.
Dating with the mask on is weird too.
It
I never
was.
participated
You're
in
getting
that
fooled.
shit.
Yes.
Right. Catfish City.
So him and I, we made it work. And we were dating for about a year. And every time I would, bring him up to my girlfriends, they were like, so when are we going to meet him? When are you guys going to come out together and all this other stuff? And I'm like, yeah, well, we only see each other every 2 weeks. And then so the questions, well, does he text you? And I'm like, yeah, every now and then.
I already see where this is going, but go ahead.
So all the red flags
All
were
the red
there,
flags.
but I did not
You
know,
didn't know the game.
that they were red flags. I felt preyed on at the end because he knew the situation I was coming out of. He
Took advantage of
it, manipulated my feelings because I was really in that
In between stage.
area. I was uncomfortable in my own skin and was like, oh my God, I got to get naked in front of somebody else again and go through that whole thought process in your head. And so this went on for about a year and everything was gravy. And then found out he had a whole other girlfriend.
I knew it. I was
Whole
gonna
other
say I was gonna say wife, but
well, see, this is the whole thing. I don't know if she was. I never got the true story if she was the wife.
yeah, you never will.
You'll never get the truth.
I never.
Even when you catch people, they'll still be like, well, they'll give you the runaround on it.
Go look at the court system. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right. I mean, by then, do you really care? It's
Yeah,
time
it's
to just
like-
to exit.
But it hurt because
That was your first serious thing.
I was like,
You
oh
gave
my
him a
God,
chance.
how lucky did I get after, going through such a horrible marriage to finally meeting him, and he's so sweet
It was
and
a whole
says
fucking
the things.
scam.
Yeah, but every 2 weeks on my weekend, they were like, girl, you on rotation. And I did not get that. And getting over him was hard. And then there was... So we went back to Facebook Match.
Back to the pool.
Back to the pool. I've met, and they don't have names. There's the DJ, the poker player, the veteran with, PTSD.
Right. All the people.
And I was just like, this can't just be my luck now.
Right.
Like
is this life now? Right. Yeah.
And then I met Richard.
You're a New York guy.
No, that's...
Oh, you ain't got to him yet.
No, I haven't gotten there.
What year are we on now? We coming out of COVID?
Coming out of COVID. So I met him at the end of 2022.
Okay.
And was still in a really raw place. I was just like, oh my God. And so everybody was like, well, go out. So one of my girlfriends was like, let me look at the guys that you're dating.
Right.
Let me take over your profile.
Oh, shit.
Where the red flags.
Right.
Yeah. So she's like, bitch, you have a type. You have a type.
What did she say your type was?
Tall, white, light eyes, salt and pepper. I have a type.
Okay.
If you put them all up in a lineup, that's Arlene's type.
Okay.
And so she was like, we're going to do something different. And I was like, okay. And so we tried out different. That did not work at all. And so I went back to the drawing board. And in 2022, I met Richard. And he told me in the beginning, right, he was very honest. He was like, look, I'm going through a divorce. It's really messy. My wife's kind of a cat. My ex-wife is a kind of a Karen, and I'm like, oh, bro, how bad could it be?
Right.
It was that slow burn because when we first met in Woodbridge, I was just like, oh, okay, so he's the IT guy. Over 40, overweight, bald, still handsome in the face if he would have had salt and pepper hair. But again, it's those blue eyes I fall for every fucking time. And he was over 6 foot, so that just thrilled me.
Right. So he had the same characteristics.
Same characteristics,
and
but...
You're like, oh, it's an IT guy. I might be safe.
I might be safe, but he was also... just he reminded me of just Homer Simpson. And after a couple of dates, I was just like, can I be his Marge? Like, this is how what I mean?
Yeah. I think about stuff like that. Here's another rabbit hole. Go down for a second. we do all got our type, right? Yeah. And when our type stops working, we're like, fuck, I got to redesign this, right? I got to come up with a new type. And then, I'm always like, man, I'm so shallow because sometimes I'm like, maybe I should lower my standards on the looks department and focus more on personality.
Yes.
Right?
And that's exactly exactly what I did there.
The problem is long term, you're going to be like, damn, I'm going to cheat on this motherfucker. They ain't cute enough. You're going to get in your head eventually because you're going to know it's not your type.
What got me in my head a bit was down the line was the sex. It just wasn't happening for him.
Yeah, no, I can't do that either.
And then I was struggling. Can I be his Marge and sexless?
No, you can't be sexless.
But he was... He came with all the other things. It was the attention. He really paid attention to things I said, things that I wanted. He took me to shows. I was like back.
So
I used to work for a Broadway production company, so we built on that friendship. It was
the friendship was there.
Yeah, the friendship was definitely there.
Together.
Yes, we did things. We
that's
traveled.
Rare too, because a lot of relationships you don't find where like people like the same shit. Mm-hmm. So that's always good.
He was definitely a sugar daddy too, because I never had that. I was always the breadwinner in my relationships. So for him to say,
just don't get that shit.
Put your card away, or if we wanted to go somewhere, and I was like, dude, I don't have a babysitter. He's like, here's money for a babysitter. Find a babysitter. Things like that.
That is really sweet. But I think that like we're still animals and we still need that at the end of the day. And I think that takes away, like, you're like, well, I'm giving this up. Yeah, he's taking you to all these shows, but at the end of the night, like, you just want to get like
get off. Yeah,
you know what I mean? You want to have that happy ending, and I think that's what creates a lot of the fun in the relationship.
All the memes where they're like, I want to get bent over on the fucking balcony.
Yeah, on the balcony, or you know what I mean? Yep. And I think that can be like, that starts like unraveling your relationship. So.
Yeah.
Well, then also, I've always been a firm believer of like, if someone is overcompensating in one area, it's because they're not doing the other shit. And
like they have big trucks.
Right. In that situation, he was whining and dining you and really going the extra mile on that side, but he ain't got no fucking sex drive.
Yeah.
And
would he do things to you?
Oh no, I mean, but it's not that I wasn't getting off.
Right.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
It just was. No. It wasn't that I wasn't getting off, because he always made sure I was okay. Right. I was in my head because I could never.
Right, you can't give it back.
I couldn't give it back, or I was like, so then I got into my head. I've lost all this weight. I went from being 220 pounds to 140 pounds, and was like, and I'm still not desirable.
Right, damn, you know I did all this, like, and this is what I got. What the fuck?
And then I'm like, and so of course I go back to the board of directors, the girlfriends, and I'm like, ladies, this is like, and so she's like, if you're settling, you're settling. She's like, I'm there. I'll be the bridesmaid. I'll hold, we'll do the everything.
Well, because a lot of people
give us a ticket.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. So a lot of people, they're like, well, fuck it. It's the mill train. Whatever.
Right. And I was like, no, I wanted to, stand on the principle. I never wanted to settle. Like that I didn't want it.
Yeah, I
didn't want.
Fuck that.
I didn't want the house, because he was like, you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom. He was like, he had 2 boys. I have two kids of my own. He was like, you could be the stay-at-home mom. This could be your house. Like, he had a big house in Sterling, and it just, I don't know. Towards the end, I was frustrated.
Hold on. How early in the relationship did he start throwing all this shit at you?
More so when we hit the 6-month mark, and that was more at my, like, where is this headed?
Where is this going?
Because they got divorced, what I call the white way.
The white way. Let me hear this. I haven't heard the white way.
Tell me.
Yeah, I haven't heard the white way.
I know my version
so
of the white way.
When he first took me back to his house, it was an apartment in Sterling, and I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, no, but I have a house. He's like, so they were co-parenting during COVID, because it was COVID.
Yeah.
And then once COVID ended, she basically kicked him out of his own house, and so he got an apartment, and the arrangement became that 1 week he stays at the apartment and does the dad thing, but from the apartment, and she had the house.
So they would flip-flop.
And they would flip-flop. So the other bedroom in this 2-bedroom house was locked, and it was hers. I had only went into it once and was like, oh my God. And so then the house.
That is some white people shit.
So when that agreement, so then it was, we were doing things with my kids, but never anything with his kids. And I was like, so the alarm bells there started going off. If I'm not even good enough for you to introduce, he was like, no, you don't understand. He goes, it's part of the agreement that I cannot introduce you to my kids until the divorce is final.
Part two.
I respect that.
And she needed 30 days notice prior.
That's control freak.
It is control freak.
So he said she was a Karen.
Sounds like it.
She was. So this woman, so when we got towards the year mark, I was upset because I was like, dude, you told me
We're
the
not progressing.
divorce. No, his divorce wasn't progressing.
Oh,
like the
shit.
things with them weren't progressing. And she really was controlling our agenda.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Wow,
went on
played out.
vacation and she called him and was like, I lost our son in Epcot. Now, I'm like,
The fuck?
how do you your
Right,
kid on a
start-
Disney
yeah.
resort
Right. So now she wants him to stop
to
everything
stop
and rush
and
there.
go to, and he's like, I may have to go to Florida. And I was like, we're on vacation.
Where
What are you talking?
Where were you guys at on vacation?
He took me to his hometown, Ithaca. And I
Where's
know
that
it doesn't
again?
sound like a
Where's that
vacation. It's
again?
New York State, upstate
So
New York.
you're in New York.
We were in New York.
They're in Florida.
They're in Florida.
And he's like, "Oh shit, I might have to hop
I
on
may
a
have to
plane."
hop on a plane. He's like, you
Wow.
could take the car back.
That's
and I'm like,
wild. Fuck
no.
no. That ain't nah.
So that was the beginning of
the end.
last straw.
That's wild.
But I think what kicked it off was how she was dictating how our holidays were going to go. Because we did end up breaking up literally almost to the day of our year anniversary. And we went a whole month the way he laid it out, because we would sit with our calendars and be like, okay, this weekend I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were going to go a whole month without seeing each other because of her manipulating
Nah, fuck
the schedule.
that. I hate that shit.
And I
too.
had
Had
to
to deal
draw
with that
my
before,
line in
so.
the sand. I was like, you guys had the separation. She got a brand new Subaru,
Right.
$165K,
You left her in good
half
spot.
of his pension.
Yeah, they're one of those. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I couldn't get over it. I was like, I'm a woman who walked away.
Right.
Like literally
Yeah,
walked
no.
away with nothing.
And now you
I'm just
trying to
joking.
control.
I said, where's he at now? I'm just joking.
Still in Sterling, divorced. She's
Still running his ass.
still running his
Are they
ass.
still married?
No,
They're divorced.
Oh, okay.
Now we broke up.
Okay.
And literally 6 months later, the divorce was final.
Of course.
And everybody was like, why didn't you just stick it out? Like, why couldn't you? And I was like, dudes, I can't. I felt like I was in a relationship with her and I couldn't even have an adult conversation with her because
Right.
they couldn't even co-parent to a level without using apps.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
I've heard that a lot here lately too. Where like, speaking of which, the same person that said that her and her husband split up, she got half the retirement, all the things. They're in the same kind of relationship where it's like, can't communicate with the new stepmom.
Right.
We only talk via email, and then she filters it. Maybe he'll get it. Maybe he won't. I'm like, man, I
I
can't
go
live
through that
like
with
that.
my
Oh yeah,
daughter's
your
side.
situation. I can't
He
live
will
like
not
that.
call me. He texts me or he will email me, and it's like almost like not threatening, but it's very like
Aggressive.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's because of
The
you
new
know,
girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always the new girl. And I just don't understand. And the biggest thing is that, especially in your situation without tapping into it, is that these guys move on to women that have kids. They already have kids, but they got kids with you, and you're going to let this new woman dictate your co-parenting, your parent situation.
We had
Fuck
an
outta
agreement
here.
before this other person came along.
Right,
So
fuck
it's
outta
like
here.
very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Where's your loyalty lie?
Exactly. This is your kid. Fuck me and you. This is
Right.
I was with you
our
before
kid.
you had all of this, and now
Yep.
you try to change who you are.
Yeah, that's crazy. So many people do that too, and it's just crazy. And then you got those people that are like, "Oh, we ain't together no more." Then I guess I ain't the dad no more. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's how my youngest father is.
Yeah, the husband.
He was just like,
just own the kid once y'all divorced.
he was like, he didn't want the divorce. That's the crazy thing. He abused me mentally, emotionally, financially,
Right.
sometimes physically, and still did not want the divorce. And to this day, he was just screaming 2 months ago in court, I didn't want the divorce. He
fuck
was like,
you.
she went and got the divorce. Like,
yeah.
I was like, dude, you basically went to India and abandoned us.
Right.
So I had every ground.
Nobody wants to be
Yeah.
with somebody like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
It's
was like,
just so wild. I just can't get over today the environment we live in with all this shit now, man. You never hear these stories from the 80s.
no.
You never hear that shit.
Dad went for a pack of cigarettes and just never came back.
That's what I think that's
better than all this shit, though.
Right, it is.
Yeah, the men will like beg for a kid, and then once that kid is here or they have a new girlfriend,
it's done.
Oh, who's that? I don't even know that kid.
Yep.
It's like you were just
your kid, bitch.
Yeah, she looks just like, or they look just like you, or something. You know.
Well, that's the thing. The generation we're in and forward. They're only parents as long as the relationship is together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how they determine if they want to participate or not. Oh, well, you don't want to be with no more than fuck the kid and you.
Yeah, once your benefits start dwindling down, they're like, oh, on to the next one.
On to the next thing.
Get on
especially, especially the fuck boys that got 10 kids. You know what I mean? Like, really? We keep... And my thing is, thinking of it from a female side, if you're the 5th baby mama, what the fuck was you thinking? Where was your head at? Like, where was your head at?
So I was like, are you calling me out? So for me, my ex, my youngest daughter's dad, he has 2 other baby mamas.
Okay.
That's not a proper word, but we say it, okay?
Yeah.
Baby mamas. No, he had an excuse for each one.
Of course
One
he did.
was a drug addict.
Oh, yeah.
Another one was, she's a Karen. Literally, her name is like Karen. But no, but now I look back and I'm like, she actually raised those kids. You were never there. You were busy running the streets. But at the time, as a woman, as the new girlfriend, you don't know. So you're just listening to everything.
Just taking whatever they give you, yeah.
And
I've learned that's the red flag. When they can't bring up their...
always
whenever they talk shit about their baby mama, just go.
Yeah, when they can't take any blame any accountability for how the relationship fell apart, it's a red flag.
They'll tell everybody in the
red
streets
flag.
that you're the crazy one.
Yeah.
No, you're just a deadbeat dad. You're just a piece of shit.
You're a fuckboy in general. That's what it is, right?
Yep.
And then, so I've got the female side of that. This chick got 5 baby daddies. 4, actually. She don't know who the last one is.
Oh, God.
She thought I was the last one, but I wasn't. And I'm just like, at some point, it's got to be you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you got pregnant with 4 dudes, and none of them wanted you.
Yep.
But there's something going on with you.
Something, yeah. If it's 5 people, I can understand if it's like one wife with 5 kids or whatever.
Right.
But if you got 5 baby daddies and they all like,
don't want your ass.
Right.
Let's go to therapy, baby girl.
Right. Something ain't right. You know what I mean? Because, 1 or 2, maybe, whatever. Maybe they were flukes.
Yeah.
But we start getting, it's like that saying where everybody like, look, at 10 people say a motherfucker a crackhead, he's probably a crackhead.
Yeah.
It's one thing when it's just a couple haters, because like, all my haters say that. No, motherfucker, I heard from 10 different people that said you smoke crack. Yeah, you a crackhead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So same thing with those situations. Like 5 baby daddies, you're the problem. I don't give a fuck what you say. You know what I mean? And then she played that. She don't charge them, half of them fucking child support, like all these just crazy dynamics. I don't get that either.
Are the kids in there like?
Yeah, well, a couple of them are, a couple of them they're part time. Like, I don't know. Me growing up, I had to change my mindset. But for me, a woman that don't have her kid is a red flag to me.
It's disgusting.
I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. No, a woman in particular, because
she carried that baby.
Yes. There's a different bond between a mother and a child than a dad and a child.
Yes, for sure.
I think what some women really don't bond with their children.
I know.
After birth.
I don't understand.
I don't understand that.
You feel it kick, you feel it grow from this little baby thing to...
Some of these
I think some
newer
women...
generations, they're almost... like disconnected because they're like, this little fucker ruined my life. Like the mentality's different from what it was.
I never think that about my girls.
Just the postpartum. I suffered from postpartum, and it was hard in the beginning, especially with what I was going through.
Being by yourself and shit, yeah.
Yeah. I felt like I was alone because when my second was was born, when I was 5 months pregnant, they found out I had cervical cancer. And because of how abusive he was, he really didn't want her. He kept saying, I didn't want you to have this baby, so now you got to suffer by yourself. Oh, look what this is.
That's
like,
See what I mean? This is
Hindu.
crazy talk.
Man ain't shit.
So I went through the whole process of being pregnant,
Sorry.
having her, and then having to go through surgery for the cancer treatment.
Nobody there to give a
And
fuck.
Sorry you had to go
my
through that.
family was, I was secluded from my family because that's the rift. He made sure that I was on an
Narcissistic
island by
behavior.
myself, and that all I had, and
Well, he was trying to bleed you dry, so you came back to him.
yeah. So that he, and that was hard, and I had a hard time bonding. I mean, as close as we are now, it kills me to say I had a hard time picking her up. I had a hard time being mom because I couldn't concentrate on healing myself.
You couldn't enjoy it.
I couldn't enjoy it. I didn't have a baby shot. Like, there was
Yeah.
nobody involved in her birth.
Right, it was you.
Right. And so I was so happy that I had a job that at the time that I could take her to, but I'd leave her in my boss's office and literally
make
walk
it happen.
and just
Y'all figure
I
shit
just
out.
wanted to zone out on the computer and
Right.
do my little
Just
thing.
escape.
And they'd be like, "Oh, it's pamper changing time," and I'm like, "Well, you're the auntie and the grandmas.
Go
Y'all
ahead.
you got this." To the girls in the
Yeah.
office, and I
Hey.
think if
That's
it
good to
wasn't
have.
for them, like I don't know what I would have done in that first year with Tirtha. I just don't know what I would have done.
Yep.
It's
You
just
know?
crazy out there. Like me as a single dad, me and my baby mother broke up 2 years in. I didn't want to be with her to begin with. Just turned up pregnant and being the country boy. I'm like, well, gotta do the right thing. Let's give it a good old try. Miserable the whole time. I had 2 jobs just to avoid being there. So similar scenario, but as a
That's
dad,
horrible.
I didn't want to come home.
That's horrible, and I feel
I
bad
didn't
for
wanna come home.
people that say that. Like, I feel so bad. If you're at the point where you don't want to come home,
Yeah.
it's like really sad because that should be your peaceful place.
Right, you should always wanna come home.
and just be honest with each other
Yep.
because maybe they're not happy either.
Well, no, in the long run, neither one of us was, and eventually,
And you could be better co-parents than
yeah, that sucked too. That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
some people, but
Eventually, one night on the way home from work from the second job, I just called her and I was like, this ain't working. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. But it broke my heart. I remember holding my daughter like on the way out the door and just like, damn, you know what I mean? I wanted that family so bad that I just felt like I let her down. I let my kid down more than anything. That broken family. And I held her and just cried. But you know what? After that, we become so close because then it was just me and her. There was no outside influence.
and girls are so close with their dad.
They are.
Yeah.
Girls especially, need dads.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I feel so
I'm
bad.
a strong believer in that. And then, I mean,
So am I.
Everybody needs a dad,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
girls,
But
have a different bond.
You need that support. Like,
Right.
you want that. Nobody can love you and hug you like your dad.
Right.
Right.
Now, moms have a different love,
It's
but
a different
dads are
love.
secure. They
Yeah.
make you feel safe.
Well, dads, I feel like dads teach daughters how they should be loved, how a man should treat them. Like, all those things are important. On the flip side of that, I didn't have a mom growing up. My stepmom was the evil stepmom, all the things. So on the flip side of that, I think I struggle with women in relationships and almost want that motherly woman, you know what I mean? Like, all in one situation, is because I didn't have a mom to show me what it felt like to be loved. I had a grandmother that died very young. That was my mom. And after that, it was just like, what the fuck? I didn't know how to love a woman. I didn't know how to court her and do all these things that traditional women want from a dude, right? And it was tough, and it's still tough. And it's just crazy. So it's the same thing, right? A mom teaches their sons how to treat women. You know what I mean? The dad teaches them how the man should treat them. So it's like you need both sides.
I think a lot of women grow up and they marry their dad. Like they
They
marry
do.
something
They
like
do.
their dad.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to moms and their sons, I feel like that's different. I
It
feel
is.
like the moms enable their son.
They do.
A
Yes.
lot.
Oh
So
yeah, mom,
girls really
mom
need
is
their
that.
dads.
Oh
but
my kid's little Chucky, but he ain't did shit. Fuck you.
like a little Jason.
Yeah, exactly. He burnt the school down. No, he didn't.
Not my son, not my boy.
son.
They must have did something to him.
Right. What they do to
Norman
him to make
Bates.
him? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Norma Bates.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
the mom.
That's what I'm saying.
really
It's a different.
happens
It's a
to mom
different
dynamics.
thing. Exactly. It's a different thing. Like I'm hard on my daughter, and if I had a son, I probably wouldn't be hard on him. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think it's just because in general we have this philosophy from the beginning of women are not as strong as men. They need to be protected. A man needs to be there to protect women. And I still believe it because as strong as women are in today's society, you're still a woman. And it goes back
We're
to
still emotional.
you're still
Yes.
emotional,
So emotional.
and it still goes back to our DNA and how
Yeah.
like men are men, women are women. And the people that say that that's changed are full of shit. Like I'll argue it. Yeah, sure, women are a whole lot stronger now, and y'all are bad motherfuckers. Y'all can do the things and make shit happen and take care of yourself, but deep down you don't want to. Let's be real.
I feel like women run circles around men. When
They
it
do for
comes
the most
to,
part.
like,
Because
right
the way
now-
we are wired, we're like
Yeah.
zoom, 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 zoom.
Well,
We can
because y'all are in.
multitask.
Well, because and on top of that, when it's in a single mom situation, like you guys, it's like you guys are in like got to get it's do or die, and you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Do or die.
Because
You
you
know
always
what I
want to
mean?
set the example for
Yep.
your kid, or you don't want to see you don't want
them to see you struggle.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I saw my parents struggle, and I never want my kid to be like, well, I wonder if we're going to eat tonight.
Right.
Or, Mom, are you okay?
Right.
Are you good? You know, and
Right.
you always
Well,
try
that's
to show that image.
that's what I'm saying. It goes back to the way we were brought up. Our parents didn't show us the crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what
but
I mean?
also their bills weren't what we're paying.
Right. Well, it's a whole
There
different
were the
world.
worries, everything. Those
it's a whole
concerns
different
were
world.
different
But
back
but
then.
it wasn't in that day and age. It was the same. Like I always compare. Like you can be like, oh, a gallon of gas was 50 cents. Well, fucking wages were way lower too. So it's like I try not to compare it like that because they had different types of struggles. You know what I mean? A whole different type
I
of
feel
struggle.
like they had morals.
They did.
Back then.
They had
now
morals.
we have we have all these apps and everything.
No.
It's the instant. Like,
No,
oh, I'm going to
instant
go get
gratification.
if I don't get. Let's just say I want to
didn't give
get
me enough-
effed by my boyfriend, right? If I'm not getting okay, I'll go find something.
Yeah.
You know what I
Or,
mean?
oh, you didn't.
Instantly.
You didn't make me feel good today. Let me post a selfie and
Oh,
see how
yeah, let
many
me
likes I can get. See
show
how
a
many
thirst trap.
See how many guys gonna hop in my DM and make me feel good.
If you can't, someone will.
Exactly. Well, I posted some shit on the dating podcast page the other day, and I shared it where it was like, "Are you gonna tell me I'm beautiful today? Or do I got to go to the gas station?"
You better take your ass to the goddamn gas
I said,
station.
"Sis," that's what I said. I said, "You better off going to the gas station because the motherfucker that's gonna tell you beautiful, if he lying." He lying. Just go to the gas station. Let the random dude.
But why?
Just let the random dude hype you up because then you ain't obligated nothing. You can smile and be like, "Thanks." Get your gas and go the fuck on. That dumb motherfucker at home, he tell you you're beautiful. Now you owe him something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the sad part. But it's crazy.
Or you could tell the woman that she's beautiful and she could rock your world.
Could.
Because you made her feel beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would say it's a win-win for both of you.
For me, it is. For me, like, it's hard. I was talking about this last night with one of my friends. It's a girl and a dude. And she hadn't heard my not having a mom story and stuff. And she goes, that makes a lot of sense of why you're like, she was like, not necessarily aggressive towards women, but like, you're hard on us.
I would say so. You're very like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Or have you lost your mind?
Right.
You're not special.
You ain't special, fuck off.
Yeah, that's you very much.
That is me.
very
That
much
is
so.
me.
You're not
Well, because I'm always like, I'm so used to being let down from the beginning that I got this wall up and you got to really break through. And every time I've let somebody in, they prove to me why I shouldn't. So it's hard because I used to be that guy was like, whatever, she ain't going to be as bad as the last one. It's fine. And I would give people that fresh start type shit. And then furthermore, like I preach it all the time. Everybody knows this about me. I'm looking for a partner on all levels. And everybody's like, can't be a business partner, lover, blah, blah, blah. You seen the post I made the other day. All the business wives that have businesses with their men jumped in and was like, we've been doing it for years. It works.
I don't think it's healthy.
I think it's fucking great. Because that meme, the whole quote was, you should want a life partner that wants to be partners in your whole life. Everything.
You should also have your own thing, though. Give each other some space.
Yeah, join a book club or something. Whatever.
Okay.
Go have wine club, book club with your girls and shit. I do agree with that. Mm-hmm. I do agree with that. I used to have, I don't want to say jealousy problems, but again, the type of women I dated, the bar girls, the drug addicts, like all these fucking SPCA cases. Yeah, I had trust issues because most of the time, they wouldn't even fucking come home. We lived together, and I'm over here like stressing the fuck out at 3 a.m.
It ain't worth it at that point.
Right.
It ain't even worth it. If you got to worry about them not coming home or just like leaving you, like let's just say they left you on red all day. It's just disrespectful.
Yeah,
it is. Then there's your son. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like nowadays, my new motto is like silence. The no response, the silence, all these things is the answer. You know what I mean? They're telling you they don't give two fucks about you.
Yep.
Until it's convenient for them. Because then they circle back and they're like, oh, no, it wasn't like that. I was busy and blah, 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 blah. You was busy doing fuck boy shit.
And it's disrespectful.
It just is. People don't respect each other no more. They really don't. And now we're all so quick to be like,
we're selfish.
I'm running through my checklist. As soon as I meet you, I'm like, I don't like your eyebrows. Damn, you chew your food funny.
I do that, but you know what? Whatever. What are your thing? What is your checklist? What does your new
what's your
man
new
have?
checklist? Yeah, we're getting close to the end, so we'll start wrapping it up.
So
on that, hold on, I always like to do this, 2 parts. So going through all that, present day, what would you tell a single woman that just come out of divorce, a similar situation, looking back at all you went through to get where you are now? What did you learn, and what advice would you give the woman that's going through the same exact thing right now that you went through, like that divorce, coming out of that toxic marriage, all the things? What would you tell her to like save her from the bullshit after that you went through?
Focus on yourself.
It's always the same fucking answer.
You have to, because there's no moving forward. Like you
got to heal first.
I think you definitely have to heal, but then too, like
you got to find who
I feel
you
like
are.
with me, I got divorced. It took me about 6 months to dip my toe
your toes in.
I was with him for a year and then stood by myself and went again through, a whole phase, and then got back and then was with Richard, and then that ended in 2003, literally a year to the day. And I took more time for myself. I didn't go out anywhere. I went back to reading the books, went back to the gym, just focused more on my kids and myself.
Self-care.
And, it was when John finally reached out to me, it was, a simple DM, around Halloween time. And so we were texting here and there. And it was like a gradual kind of build up, but then the holidays came. We're freaking busy during the holidays, family, this, that, and the other. And we kind of knew that.
So y'all slow played it.
We did slow play it.
See, I think that's good.
But too, I had to ask him because I could not remember what had transpired between him and I.
Oh, back in the day.
There was history there.
Trying to make sure y'all ended on good terms back in the day.
Well, no, not even good terms.
Right.
I knew that we had left on good terms. I couldn't remember the evening.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember the evening. And so finally I just was like, did this happen? It was, and he goes, nope. He goes, it did happen. You're very correct in that assumption. And so when the conversation went from being friends and old people meeting back up with each other, I decided I was going to go to New York, and I was like, well, we have some unfinished business, and let's get that off the table.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
that's
right?
good.
it's always good.
And it was supposed to be a one night, let's get together, have drinks, whatever happens after that, then,
Right.
We're adults.
So in the beginning, you didn't think it was going nowhere.
I didn't think it was, I think it was just going to be that. I was like, I live in Virginia. He lives in New York.
fuck
How?
all that. Oh, we're getting off track, though.
No.
The advice. Back
The
to
advice.
that. What do we tell the women that are coming out of toxic
Don't compromise.
marriages?
Don't settle. Work on yourself.
Figure out what you want.
Focus on what it is you're looking for, and trust me, it will come to you, back to you tenfold. Because that's how I feel now. I feel like I did all the things that I was supposed to do. I think I went through the missteps, the mishaps, the trial and the tribulation just to get to where I am now. And I'm so much more happier for it. Like, overall, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm a firm believer everything is a lesson, but everything's also a blessing, even the bad things.
Yes.
Because later, like you're doing right now, you can reflect on the bad shit and be like, if I wouldn't have went through that, I would have never found me. I would have never took the time to go, you know what, this is what I want. This is who type of dynamics I want in a relationship, blah, 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 right? So it's the same. Every time I ask guests at the end what advice, all the thing, we always end up saying the same thing of when you have that break, take the break, find yourself, reconnect with everything around you, your family, your friends, like all the things. And I'm a big firm believer of like, this is going to sound funny, but I think everybody needs a hoe phase coming out of shit.
Yeah.
I think that's how you get over things.
Not necessarily a hoe phase. You ain't gotta go bend over and fuck everybody, but go date, go experience different types of people, go out there and see what's out there and see what you like, what you don't like. You don't necessarily got to jump into shit with them. You ain't even got to sleep with them. I know within 2-3, I know first date if I'm fucking with somebody or not. Like, I'm on a new level where like this one chick, now I know they listen all the way. I can't even use code names no more. This one chick, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sleep with you because we're like butting heads and we ain't even having sex. I was like,
you move funny.
You moving funny, exactly. And I don't like it. And I was talking to my therapist and he's like, so what do you think it would be like if you did sleep with her? I was like, bitch is going to be batshit crazy.
That is what makes them crazy.
Oh yeah. Once you, yeah.
That's a whole episode by itself.
It is.
Batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy.
Because I went batshit crazy.
Oh,
I did.
Gives me anxiety thinking about it.
We all do. We all make a fool
It was
of
that.
ourselves at some point.
It's always that one.
It's always that one.
They deserve what they got.
Look, I call it the demon pussy. You get hit.
Let's talk about demon dick.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say on the flip side, you get hit with that demon dick, boy. Change your whole life. You be that crazy bitch that you never wanted to be, and it's a whole thing. Talking about I'll cut your motherfucking throat.
They'll have you on a leash.
Especially as a Puerto Rican, Latino, Spanish people. Every Spanish girl I
will cut you.
Look, every Spanish girl I've ever been with, when they catch feelings, they go crazy because they don't know how to deal with that.
They don't
shit.
even worry about catching charges.
No,
they're gonna get you.
Once they catch feelings, first of all, they like, I don't like you. I'm like, you just told me you love me in the bed.
I'm gonna get my fucking brother on you.
Right. But definitely don't fuck with these. I'm giving the advice to the men out there. Get you a Puerto Rican or a Spanish or Latino and try it out.
We are lovers.
Do not fuck with them.
I wouldn't want to if I was a guy. I've seen it. I've seen them tear up a man. I'm like,
they'll cut you, her sister,
your tires.
The tires, everything's getting fucked up. They're gonna fuck your whole world up. Yeah. It's like that white girl
but they
song.
Love hard, so
they
it's
do.
like they love hard. They fight hard. They're passionate.
Oh yeah. Well, the one thing that I've seen about Italians, even too, Italians, Spanish people, like it's a whole nother breed. They love hard. They fight hard.
Yes.
They will fight for you, but they'll also fight you. All in the same mix.
Yep.
And then at the end, she cooking you dinner, talking about now, let's don't do that again. Here's some food. Shut the fuck up. Right. And you better give me some good dick when we get in the bedroom. But anyway, I can go down a rabbit hole. Arlene, thank you so much for coming on the podcast with us. It was fun. I always tell everybody, look, it's therapy. Really, we just like to talk about things and learn from them. And really, I like to just have these convos for other people that are out there that think. Like, I've tried to talk people to come on and like, nah, I can't tell my stories, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude. One chick was like, my stories are the craziest you've ever heard. I was like, listen, everybody got crazy stories. The thing about it is, especially for women, I feel like the more women that tell their stories of struggle and how they overcome it, it's going to help the next 10 women.
I think it also brings awareness.
It does.
We need the awareness. What's going on in the dating world these days?
Yeah.
Like,
what are you going through? What's the flags we're not seeing?
It's crazy out there.
It is. It's crazy in these streets.
It really is crazy out there.
Yeah, it's crazy in these streets, man. Well, nowadays it's crazy in this internet street.
Crazy in the DMs.
Right. Well, look, remember that rap song is going down in the DMs.
It does.
It does. Look, the rapper said, if she respond to that DM, she done fucked up. Like he told her. It was like, respond to the DM, you fucked up. And it is. My thing with all that, and I'll end on this, is one of my biggest things I try to push to my daughter is like, stop enabling people to keep being fuck boys. Because a lot of people are like, I'm just not even going to respond, blah, 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 blah. So you just let this dude have a convo in your inbox for 6 months. And then one day you was bored and responded. And then y'all end up married. Because I hear that shit too. I'm like, how'd that dude even get this girl?
Having kids with him?
He was just so consistent and just wouldn't give up. AKA when I was down and out, he the one that I knew I could get to come help me. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for coming. And until next time, Dating Detours. Check us out on Facebook. It's where all the crazy shit gets posted. Anywho, all right.
That's another episode of Dating Detours. If you've got a story from the wild world of dating apps or real life heartbreaks, we want to hear it. Share your story or book your guest spot at datingdetours.com. And remember, love's confusing, but the stories are always worth it.